Hey there, Heather. Ho there, it's Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to another time travel tennis tournament. We're doing the ladies A group qualifier for the Grand Ladies Tour, which will start in 2026. We're in Amsterdam playing on grass. We randomly picked that country. Australia would have had it, but the men swiped it away. So, yeah, Australia with their 6 Aussies on the left side of the bracket and having three winners, and three winners, two losers, and one yet to be played. Ruined. But anyway, yesterday was hectic. Only one of the 6 matches yesterday did not end in a third set tiebreak. In women's golf, a third set tiebreak, like that's the final set, best of 3 sets, the men's best of 5. So all but Ackers's win over Lang Long ended up being 3 setters, as Smith Court, Turner Browery, Lizana, Betts, and Bueno all put up wins. The shocker, of course, is Lizana, Betts, and Akers were wild cards who were unseeded and had to win a playoff match just to get to the round of 32 match. Lozana beat Osmer Dupont. Betts won her first round match and then beat Willis Moody. And then Akers won her first match and then beat Lang Long to get this far. So Lozana, Betts, and Akers are all going to the Grand Ladies Tour alongside Smith Court, Turner, Browery, and Bueno. But here's the kicker. Just because you lost in the round 32 doesn't mean you're through. In the men's tournament, you are through because 6 men's card sets, 16 players, 96. I wanted to put 96 men, 96 ladies. So it'll be 4 times 24. So the 4 ladies things ABC in 2020 will have 24 guys. I mean, girls, whatever you want to call it. You win your round of 32 match, you're in, and then 8 wild cards will move on. And the way the wild cards are is if you lose in the third set, you're pretty much safe as houses in a sense. So Lang Long, even though she's one of the best tennis players of the 1920s, she could be not even qualifying for the Grand Ladies Tour. She's lost in straight sets. So 5 of the 6. We will have 6 matches on the right side of the bracket. Our first match will be Darlene Hard, the 15th seed, against Mo Scriven. Both ladies have won a tournament. Hard won the Brighton Classic Week 24. Beating Bloomer, Camosi, Raitano, Alfina Gibson, and then Hodgkins Reichman. So she's done it Mo Scriven. A winner in Japan. So yeah, week 23 she won in Nihon. Beat Bloomer, Hardigan, Round, Sussman, and Millsmore. She had to beat Murray Raitano to get this far. See what happens.
Quiet please. Scriven to serve. First game. Play. Out. Out. 15 love. Out. 30 love. $40 love. Out. Out. Game. Scriven. First game.
$50.
Out. 15 love. 30 love. 30-15. 30 all. 40-30. Game hard. 1 game all, first set. Out. 15 love. Out. 30 love. 40 love. 40-15. 40-30. Scriven. Scriven leads 2 games to 1, first set.
15 minutes, right? Yep.
Out. Love 15. Out. Love 30. 15-30. 30 all. Out. 30-40. Out. Scriven. Scriven leads 3 games to 1, first set.
So Mo Scriven could be pulling off an upset over Darlene Hard. A lot of people will say, well, it's going to be a minor upset. But remember, the adage is that whoever leads after 15 minutes actually has lost their matches all but one. And Scriven won the first set, but got her butt handed her by Hard 7-6, 6-1. So Mo Scriven ran out of time. And Darlene Hard, Kachi, Scriven's not out because she's the 6th woman to lose in 3 sets. But if more than 8 ladies lose in 3 sets, then it goes down to your 3rd set score. And Scriven would be probably the first one out because she only won once. Scriven's like, yay, I'm going to win this one. No, you're not. You're in trouble. So now, Dorothea Chambers, the 3 seed, will take on Suzy Komosi. They've met each other 3 times. Komosi, this is the 4th time against Chambers. She's met Pauline Betts 4 times, gone 3-1. She did win the Florida Open and got to the French Open semifinals as a number 33 lady. She beat Roy Tannell, then upset Billie Jean King, upset Pauline Betts, and then took on a couple of French women. She beat Mafia, but lost to Françoise Stoll. She did win the Florida Open, beating Hotchkiss, Reitman, Godfrey, Wimbledon, Marble, and Round to get into this tournament automatically. She had to face Shirley Bloomer to qualify for this match against Chambers, and she beat her. Chambers 2-1 against Komosi. She's the only lady she's faced 3. She's 23-8. She's only faced 2 women multiple times, Komosi and Hotchkiss Reitman. She won the Barcelona and California Classic. She won Barcelona, which was great. But one tiny little problem was that her second win was kind of tainted because they forgot that she was not supposed to be in this. Because once you win a tournament, you are disqualified from the weekly tournaments. The Grand Slams you're allowed because you can score points. Anyway, she beat Osborne, DuPont, Usam, Wimbledon, Jones, and Betts to move on. At Wimbledon, she got to the quarters. She beat Todd, Sunbunny, and Ackhurst before Margaret Smith Court beat her. And then California, she somehow won. And they screwed up. Nevertheless.
Quiet please. Chambers to serve. First game. Play. $15 love. Out. 15 all. 30-15. 40-15. Chambers. First game.
It's the 15-minute rule. Where is that calculator?
Love 15. Love 30. 15, 30. 30 all. Out. 30, 40. Out. Game, Chambers. Chambers leads 2 games to love, first set. Love 15. Love 30. 15, 30. 30 all. 40, 30. Game, Chambers. Chambers leads 3 games to love, first set.
Well, Chambers looking pretty good. So, Kamosi looking pretty darn terrible. And unlike most of her contemporaries, she actually got her backhanded to her. Chambers wins 6-1, 6-4. So, Chambers will win. Kamosi is definitely a OUT. So, Kamosi, even though she failed, is out because of the 6-game rule. Kamosi lost 5 total games. Like in 2 sets, you should win at least 6 or 7. But Kamosi only won 5, so they dumped her off. So she won't be able to come in as a wild card. Langlan won 7 games in her 2-set loss, so she's kind of safe. So Langlan is technically still safe. Anyway, the 8th seed, the Spider Lady, Alfina Gibson, who was the first lady to win at Wimbledon. The first African American to win at Wimbledon wasn't Arthur Ashe, it was Alfina Gibson in the 50s. She's ranked number 8 for this tournament. She faces Doris Hart. The Spider Lady winning the Kansas Classic Week 33. She had done a lot of finals and all that and just failing. So yeah, in Kansas, she finally did it. There's no place like home. She beat Harper, Richie Winbolton, and Dorothy Round to get her spot into the tournament automatically. She faces Doris Hart, who won the week 4 in Italy, got to the Wimbledon final. But week 4, she actually went to the first week and beat Lahang, Truman, Ackhurst, and Billie Jean King to move on to face Francois Dor in the final and lost to her. And then 3 weeks, losing the Turner Bowery at Amelia Island and Billie Jean in Orlando, she went to Italy, beat Olsen, Bloomer, Smith Court in Langlan. Not an easy feat when you had to beat Smith Court in Langlan. Then at Wimbledon, she beat Diabras, Jadranska, Palfrey, Bro, even Wills Moody before losing to Margaret Smith Court in the final. She had to go through a qualifier and beat Nellie Laundrie. It was close. She really botched it.
Quiet please. Hart to serve. First game. Play. Love 15. 15 all. Out. $30, 15. Out. 30 all. 40, 30. Deuce. Out. Advantage. Hart. Out. Game, heart. First game. $15 love. Out. $15 all. $30-15. $40-15. $40-30. Game, Gibson. One game all, first set. Love 15. 15 all. Out. $30-15. $40-15. Game, heart. Heart leads 2 games to 1, first set. Love 15. 15 all. $15-30. $15-40. $30-40. Out. Deuce. Out. Advantage, Gibson. Game, Gibson. 2 games all, first set.
Lafina Gibson endorsed her 2-2 after 16 minutes. Did the Spider Lady win? Oh yeah, 7-5-6-4. So Gibson takes down Hart and moves on to the next round. Now Hart did fall in 2 sets. So she's probably on the cusp of being DQ'd to be eliminated. And we don't know specifically. Well, 6 ladies still lost in 3 sets and all that. 2 have lost in straight sets, and 1 have lost in 2 sets. Well, what's saving Hurt right now is that she's lost 9 games in her 2 set losses. Helen Jacobs will now face Shirley Fry. Yeah, Shirley Fry looks kind of awkward. That picture looks awful. Not doing her justice. So Shirley Fry, won the Swiss Open in week 8, 2 out of 16s in Grand Slam. She beat Jacobs, Mallory, Camosi, and Bloomer. I think she faces Jacobs now. But yeah, that's the big one. Mallory, Camosi, and Bloomer to move on. She had to qualify because she didn't get to the top 16 and had to beat Lahang in straights. No, sorry, it's Helen Jacobs. She won the U.S. Clay Court Championships in Indy. She won in France. She beat Dalton and Bloomer in France before losing to Carmichael Sparling. And in Indy, I hiccuped. Number 18, she beat the Spider Lady Gibson, beat Bueno, then Nuthall, Betts, and Scriven to move on.
Quiet please. Fry to serve. First game. Play. 15 love. Out. 30 love. Out. 30-15. 40-15. Game, Fry. First game. Love. 30 love. 40 love. 40 15. Game, Jacobs. One game all, first set. Out! 15 love. 30 love. 30 15. Out! 40 15. Game, Fry. Fry leads 2 games to 1, first set. Love 15. Love 30. 15 30. 30 all. 40 30. Out! Game, Jacobs. 2 games all, first set.
Two after 13 minutes. We'll play one more game before we go.
Love 15. 15 all. Out! 30 15. 40 15. Game, Fry. Fry leads 3 games to 2, first set.
So Fry up 3-2 and Jacobs. Yeah, let's see what happens. And Fry crushes Jacobs in straight sets. So Shirley Fry, the wild card, Fry will move on to the Grand Ladies Tour and beat Helen Jacobs 7-6, 6-2. It doesn't mean Jacobs is out of it yet, but she could. Well, let's see. Jacobs lost 8, so she's lost a fair amount. So Gibson will face Fry. Hard will face Chambers. Now remember, the round of 16 onwards, it's actually critical because they said that for the ladies thing, if you win your little Grand Tour qualifier, you get a spot from 1 to 4 in the first Grand Ladies tournament of the year, guaranteed. If you take second, you're 5 to 8. If you take third, you're 9 to 12, based on your seeding. That's pretty much how you get third place. And fourth, you go from 13th to 16th. Guaranteed. Excuse me, I burped. 2 more matches. Dorothy Round will face Dora Boothby. Round, she won Pennsylvania. Lots of finals. She was one of the hard luck losers. 2 out of 16 things. But yeah, week 38, she was a hard luck winner. She beat Dalton, Long Todd, and then finally beat Hotchkiss Reitman. She had like 4 or 5 times she could have won a tournament. So round given a spot. She'll face Dora Boothby, who qualified based off of her 3 semifinals in Pennsylvania, Oklahoma, and the Tour Championship. Boothby is the second lowest lady left. Well, she's one of 4 ladies who went through the final cut. They had their 32 late. They had 40 ladies right off the bat. No, they had 36 ladies and they had to pick the last 12. So Boothby was one of the last 12 to be picked. With Molesworth, Dalton, and Kerr-Wrinkle Sperling, she's still there. But Boothby had to go to. Well, she lost to Angie Mortimer in the semifinals to qualify on Reckless, so she had to face Hotchkiss Reitman when she beat 6-4, 6-4.
Quiet, please. Boothby to serve. First game. Play. Out! 15, love. $30, love. 40, love. Game, Boothby. First game.
Let's see what happens here.
15, love. 30, love. 30, 15. 30 all. Out! 40, 30. Game, round. 1 game all, first set. $15, love. Out! $30, love. 40, love. Game, Boothby. Boothby leads 2 games to 1, first set. $15, love. Out! 30, love. 40, love. 40, 15. Out! 40, 30. Game, round. 2 games all, first set.
2-2 in 13 minutes.
15 love,
Out.
30 love, 40 love,
Out. Out.
40 15, game Boothby. Boothby leads 3 games to 2, first set.
So Boothby could knock out Dorothy Round. She could. Did she? Yes, she did. She beats Round in 3 sets. So Dora Boothby, who was the 6th last lady, practically, that means she was actually the 43rd lady out of 48 to be named to this tournament. And she wins 4-6, 6-3, 6-4. So Boothby will be moving on to the Grand Ladies Tour. Nice job. Dorothy Round will have to hang around. She did lose in 3 sets. Yeah, she did lose in 3 sets, so she'll have to hang around and see what happens. Our last match is Mo Connolly, a legend, pair of titles against Ann Jones. Ann Jones won the Fort Lauderdale Classic Week 21, went to Wimbledon semifinals in front of her home crowd at number 11. She beat Budsworth, Dalton, then beat Billie Jean King and Mo Connolly. So she's faced Connolly once, beat her at Wimbledon, and then lost to Smith Court in the semis. She had to wait a while and win in Fort Lauderdale over Truman, Komotsi, Mortimer, Round, and Sun and Bundy. She didn't do well enough to get a seed, so she had to go through the qualifying round and beat Mortimer of England. But Mo Connolly, one of the legends of the 1920s with her famous rivalry with Langon, she won week 2. She didn't get week 1. She didn't play week 1. She played week 2. She beat Sun and Bundy, Olsen, Bowman, Carmichael Sperling, and Turner Bowery. She won the French Open the next tournament. She beat Budsworth, Brown, Bueno, Smith Court, Carmichael Sperling, and Durr to do it. And only she did lose a few sets. Only one person, Brown, actually won the first set off of her. She went to Wimbledon, went to the quarters. Well, she beat Sussman, Bowman, and Carmichael Sperling. It looked like she was going to win her second Grand Slam. Nope, Ann Jones ruined her. In New York, she lost the round 16 to Louise Brawl, and then lost to Alice Marble in the Sweet 16 in Australia.
Quiet please. Jones to serve, first game. Play.
Here we go.
15 love,
Out.
15 all, 15 30,
Out. Out.
15 40. Game Connolly, first game.
Out.
Love 15, love 30, 15 30,
Out. Out.
15 40, 30 40, deuce. Advantage Connolly.
Out. out,
deuce,
out,
advantage, Connolly, game, Connolly. Connolly leads 2 games to love, first set.
out,
15 love, 15 all, 30-15,
out,
40-15, game, Jones. Connolly leads 2 games to 1, first set.
out,
15 love,
out,
15 all,
out,
30-15, 40-15,
out,
game, Connolly. Connolly leads 3 games to 1, first set.
Okay, so Mo Connolly looking pretty good. She is an icon. And she wins in 3 sets over Ann Jones. 6-3, 4-6, 6-3. So Mo Connolly does her job. So Ann Jones loses in 3 sets, which means that if you lose in straight sets, you're screwed. Yep. So that is the end of Suzanne Langlon's journey, which is a shocker because Langlon's a legend, so she's gone. And Hart is done. Doris Hart is done. She lasted 2 sets. And Helen Jacobs is gone. So the second seed to fall. Langlon fell. Helen Jacobs has fallen. Round still has a chance. Osmer DuPont and Wills Moody still have a chance. Yeah, those 3 still have a chance to qualify through as 8 ladies have lost in 3 sets. But right now, 3 ladies, Wills Moody, Molesworth, and Round, have all lost 6-4 in the 3rd set. Meanwhile, 2 have lost 6-3, 1-6-2, 1-6-1. Thelma Long also has lost 6-3, so Osborne DuPont and Long. So yeah, 8 ladies have lost in 3 sets. There's still 4 more matches left. So that means, well, Molesworth, yeah, that means that, the 4 matches. So Molesworth, even though she was picked to be 4th last in, she lost 6-4, but she did win the first set against Smith Court, and, she loses 6-4 in the 3rd set, so she's safe. Helen Wills Moody is safe. She lost 6-4 in the 3rd set. Darling Round lost in 3 sets, but she survives because 6-4. Now the question is, which 6-3? Osborne DuPont, Long, or Jones? Well, because Osborne DuPont does have a title. Yeah, because Osborne DuPont does have a seed. Long and Jones don't. Osborne DuPont will be the 4th wild card to qualify. So they got the 4 wild cards. You have to be in the third set, and you have to do better than 6-3. 6-3 is the guideline. You have to lose in 3 sets, but you cannot lose 6-1 or 6-2 or 6-love, because you're basically done for. You have to win the third. You have to lose the third set by 6-3 or better to have a chance. Well, 6-4 gets you in. Yeah, 6-4 with 4 people left. If you lose the third set 6-4 or higher, you're safe. Like you're in as a wild card. So that means Molesworth, Wills Moody, and Darling Round are in, and Osborne DuPont is also in. So that's a big win for Molesworth. She's a wild card, but thanks to her 6-4 loss to Smith Court in the third set, she gets a chance. So that means we have Hart versus Chambers, Gibson versus Fry, and Boothby versus Mo Connolly. You know, those matches matter. Tomorrow, Billie Jean King, the 4 seed, faces Louise Bro. Judy Dalton takes on number 16, Kay Bowman. Number 7, Alice Marble takes on Carmichael Sperling. And number 11, Mallory takes on Nancy Ritchie. So those 4 matches are tomorrow. And we will have, I think it's Mallory. Yeah, Mallory first, then Marble, then Billie Jean, then Bowman, because Bowman is the hometown favorite. So those 4 matches will be tomorrow, and we'll settle things on the court. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.